What's up, YouTube? It's your boy KL Sounds. We're watching the new Mandela Effect before 2025 Part 3. This is Afro Kicks. I'm doing reaction to his channel. I can't get none of these videos, so I'm just watching his react. No, I'm not watching his reaction, but watching part of his videos on his channel. Get this video a thumbs up, comment, share this on social media platforms. Hit the bell notification so you get all my videos live or whenever I upload or go live. And let's jump right into the video. Thank you.
That was made in the present. In order to justify the change that exists in the present, you have to remember a different past that makes it make sense that that past led to this present. So past is changing all the time. And the history that we're looking at, that we say, oh yes, it's always been that way, may not have been that way 5 minutes ago. But it comes with the idea that it's always been that way to make sense out of where we are now. But because our consciousness is expanding, because we can start to contain the idea that there are multiple realities at the same time, sometimes different people will retain sort of a bleed through of the other reality while still also being in a reality that contains people that remember the different reality, the different history. And so people can suddenly honestly disagree about what the past really was, because both pasts are true. They're both real, but we're describing something now in a parallel reality that is no longer our history, but perhaps used to be. But some people will retain some of that and compare it to what's going on in the new history, because again, our consciousness is expanding enough to be able to contain more than one idea of what reality is. And that's one of the side effects of that expansion. It's sort of similar. Another expression of it is what we also call deja vu. Deja vu, the idea that this feels familiar, but it also feels like not only have I done it before, I can sense what's about to happen because I've done it before. So the idea is you may be slipping into either a parallel reality where another version of you has already done that, and you're connecting to that other version so that when you catch up, when your reality catches up to that reality, because they might not be in sync time-wise, that reality might be a month ahead of yours, a year ahead of yours. Wow. But when you catch up to that, when your reality experiences that particular situation, and you're connecting to that parallel reality because you've expanded your consciousness, you might go, why does this feel so familiar? And why does it feel like I know what's about to happen next? Because it feels like I did this already. So you might be slipping into a parallel reality branch of information where another version of you has already done this. And that's why it feels familiar. So these kinds of slippages are becoming more common, I think, because our consciousness is expanding to be able to handle information from more than one parallel reality.
I like the fact that he's mentioning that our consciousness is expanding in such a manner that we are able to capture multiple realities. But is he denying, or is he agreeing with the fact that there is something that has happened, and that's why we are experiencing multiple realities, or able to remember multiple realities, being the fact that we remember things to be one way, but now we're also experiencing them in a different way? That would be some degree of the multiverse being experienced. And I would go as far as saying that us that are experiencing multiple realities, we're the special ones. The ones that remember stuff the way it is now, I would hate to be you.
All right, so then I have to ask you, is it Luke, I am your father? What's the line? What's the line? Is it Luke, I am your father? Empire Strikes Back, is it? Or is it another line?
My memory says, I guess my memory says, I am your father. What do you?
But is there a Luke in front of it?
No.
Whoa.
No, it's not. So there is no Luke. It just says, I am your father.
No, I am your father.
See, for me, it's Luke, I am your father. Because if you look at so many just people parodies of it, it's always Luke, I am your father. Now that also could have just been a misunderstanding over the years as well.
That's why I said there is that does happen. It's not everything is the Mandela effect.
No,
So is it?
But I believe it.
I
am your father.
Okay, so this is where we disagree. So with two different realities, great. Next one, I'm just going to do 3 movie quotes.
Oh, okay.
Just 3. Next one, if you build it, they will come. Field of Dreams. Is that the one you remember?
Yes.
Okay, that's the one I remember too. But if you go look at the movie now, it's not that, Daryl. It's if you build it, he will come.
See, I thought that was said later in the movie when they started singling it out to his father. But I remember it as if you build it, they will come. But you're right. I do actually have both in my head.
There you go. And finally, life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump. Yeah.
Oh, what's
the one?
different one?
So I just remember that there is a different one. I don't remember the one it was because that's the one I remember. I remember life's like a box
of chocolates. You never know.
If anybody listening wants to go down a rabbit hole, type in Mandela Effect examples on Google and sit there for days. The Berenstain Bears, Jiffy. Is it Jiffy peanut butter or is it Jif peanut butter?
Oh my God, it's Jif, isn't it?
It is Jif, but I remember Jiffy.
Jiffy, right?
I remember Jiffy. The Fruit of the Loom logo. Does it have a cornucopia in it, or does it not have a cornucopia in it?
I remember a cornucopia.
There is no cornucopia in it, but I remember the cornucopia as well.
Oh,
so
amazing.
and McMahon is a big one too. Like of a certain generation, people remember. I'd never been part of it. Never been. A Publishers Clearinghouse says never. So it's just a fun conversation, but I just wanted to hear Bashar's opinion of it.
Disney Mandela Effects Part 2. Here we go. This one's mental. Also remember to like and share, and I'll do more. Coming in first, we've got Mickey Mouse. Now, who remembers Mickey Mouse having no tail? Because I certainly do. I remember him having no tail, but apparently it was never a thing.
It's both. Because he didn't have a tail like after 2008, 2009, but he did have a tail from since the beginning to now. I think it's both.
He always had a tail. But why do I really remember Mickey Mouse without a tail?
Right.
But no, he always did, apparently. Who remembers Mickey Mouse wearing suspenders? Because I actually do. Like, I'm not even joking. It's actually freaky because I remember him with suspenders.
He always has suspenders on.
He never did. He never did. So if you remember Mickey Mouse with suspenders, you're not from here. We're from somewhere else. So now we're on to Jungle Book. Who remembers Baloo dressing up like this? So he had the coconut mask, the coconut bar, and the little dress thing. Well, this didn't exist. It was always just
crazy.
This one on the left. I'm not even joking. This thing never existed. He never wore the coconut bra. What do you mean he never wore the coconut bra?
Now, I swear I remember watching this as a kid, and he had on that dang on coconut bra, and I was like, wait, isn't he a male bear? Why is he wearing the coconut bra and that little skirt? Like, what's this supposed to be portraying? I remember thinking that as a kid. Now they trying to tell us he ain't had no coconut bra on. Look, we know y'all can go in and edit stuff and make it look different than it once did. Yeah. Y'all did that with Lilo and Stitch and that washer and dryer incident. Y'all remember. And the airplane one, the 9/11, y'all, it was too close. It was too close for comfort. Yeah. Y'all made it into a dang on spaceship instead of an airplane. Look, we know y'all be editing stuff, Disney.
Yeah, apparently he never did. So again, we're not from here, we're from somewhere else, because I remember this, but it never happened in this parallel universe, apparently. Now this one, this is how I know 100%, they are literally playing us. There's something going on. This is how I know there's 100% something going on. And I couldn't believe it. Let's take a few deep breaths.
I just did.
Let's go. So everyone knows the sword and the stone, right? There's literally places you can go and try and get a sword out of a stone, right?
Yeah, so as soon as you pick up the sword, you're a hero.
It's always been the sword and the stone. And you can't tell me anything different, right? Well, apparently, this was never a thing. It was never a thing, and it's all in our heads because it was always the sword in an anvil.
No.
The sword in an
anvil. No.
What do you mean the sword in an anvil?
No
There's literally
way.
places where you can try and get swords out of flipping stones in real life. The sword in the anvil.
That don't even
Yeah,
sound
so
right.
apparently this is bull crap and this is the real thing. Like, mate, whatever. The next one is Tweedledee Tweedledum. Right, everyone remembers him with the little spinny propeller things,
Yes.
but no, that never happened. Never happened. It was always the little flags.
Nah.
There's never been.
This is how I
flags.
know we are being played. We are absolutely, there's something going on. This is how I know we maybe have switched timelines or something. Because this reminds me, you know, I've even got one of these hats somewhere with a little flipping propeller
Everybody
on it. It's
did.
lives, and I got them because of what.
Even Doug, if you go watch the TV show on Nickelodeon or Disney, even Doug Skeeter had that propeller thing on his hat.
This, because I was like, oh, I want one of them hats. Let me see if I can get one, and I got a multicoloured one. But no, it was always the flags apparently. So yeah, like I said, if you want me to do more Mandela.
Excuse me, y'all. Gotta fix this. My bad. Okay, let's see. Fix this. Okay, we're back. My bad, y'all. Get back to the video.
Mandela effects or any kind of weird shit like this, just repost, share the video, comment on it, like it, all the good stuff, and remember to follow me.
I seriously can't remember rather not if Mickey had a tail, and I feel quite disturbed by that fact because I've watched way too much Mickey Mouse when I was a kid. Way too much. Loved it. Loved Mickey. That bear had on that dang on freaking coconut bra, and them dang on Tweedledee Tweedledum had on them little spinning things on the top of their cap. They did. Y'all, why would they have a flag? Unless the flag was flowing in the wind and that's what we saw. But I remember them things spinning like a freaking propeller. It's getting weird, man. Getting real weird.
Mandela effects. Stop watching right now if you do not want to end up on the Mandela effects TikTok side. I just went down the rabbit hole and I am shook. I have found no less than 50. And here are the top 10. Number 10, Oscar Mayer, not Oscar Mayer. Know the Oscar Mayer Wieners commercial? Nope. Number 9, at the intro to Disney movies, Tinkerbell never did the little sprinkly thing over the castle. Ever. Number 8,
That was a lot.
Mr. Monopoly never had a monocle.
Always had a monocle.
Ever.
Yes, he did.
Number 7, Berenstain Bears. Never has it been the
Berenstain.
Berenstain Bears. I know. Number 6,
Berenstain.
this is where it really started to fall apart for me. Was never Looney Tunes, like cartoons. It's Tunes. Number 5, one of these actually existed. I dare you to try to figure out which one it is. Because you're going to be wrong. Number 4, mirror, mirror on the wall. Never said
Bears
it.
of the
Number
mall.
3, Luke, I am your father. Not what he said.
I am your father.
Number 2, gonna need a bigger boat. Nope. Before we get to number 1, I've got a bonus. I'm not going to sleep tonight because of this one. Remember the video for Oops, I Did It Again? The microphone that she's wearing that she actually never wore in the video? Yep. The number 1 Gen X Mandela Effect. I don't even know how to introduce this one. This was never a movie. Ever. How many of those do you know? We're just overlapping timelines here. The important ones I left off the list.
That's crazy.
I hate that he sped right through those without giving explanation for some of those. Luckily, we covered a good bit, if not all of those, at some point on this channel. Yeah, he's just now catching on. He's a little bit behind, Mr. Gen Xer. I'm a part of the millennial family, so we're a little bit ahead of y'all and picking up on this stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes,
The fact that nobody is talking about this and I haven't heard it mentioned anywhere makes it even that much more bizarre. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like, comment, and follow so that you guys can support your girl. Now, let's get into it, guys. I'm telling y'all, it's insane. Before we get started, I have a question for you guys. Do you remember Cinderella trying on the slipper that was left at the ball, or do you remember the slipper completely shattering? If you're like me, you remember her trying on the slipper. I never knew it shattered. But apparently the slipper actually shattered. When he was bringing the slipper in for her to try it on, he was tripped by the evil stepmom and shattered the slipper. But I've never seen that before. And I cannot find the scene where she tried it on anywhere. But here's the movie clip.
No way, because the prince brought it back so she could wear it. So how, if it broke, how did the prince bring it back?
clip for you. I don't remember that being part of the original Cinderella. Do you guys remember that? Because, what? And what's even weirder is this next clip.
I have the other slipper.
What?
So she just carrying around glass slippers in her pocket? Can somebody make this make sense for me? Because I can't. I'm straight bumfuzzled right now. Color me confused. I don't remember that happening. Is there something wrong with me?
Yes.
Y'all, please tell me I'm not the only one. I'm telling y'all, for every Mandela effect that I cover, it makes me think I'm that much more crazier, or that I am losing my mind even that much more. Send help, because I am not okay after this one. This is my childhood, and no. What is going on, y'all? This isn't how it originally went, is it? Yeah, I'm just tripping. I gotta be. Let me know what y'all remember below.
Yeah, I think she might be tripping because I feel like I remember the movie going exactly how those clips went. What do y'all remember? Do y'all remember the freaking wicked witch, whatever, the stepmom tripping over the daggone?
Yes, she did trip him, but the glass didn't break.
Dude bringing the slipper shattering, and she had on another slipper to try on. Wait a minute. Now I feel like I need to go rewatch that movie, because why does she have one of them glass heels in her pocket for real? I still feel like it's her memory. See, we can't do this. If we're going to be sure about these Mandela effects, we got to be all the way sure about them. Because we can't start having people slip up like this, and now it's a whole rememory thing and not an actual Mandela effect.
There's a new Mandela effect I found that's really been messing me up. The Pillsbury Doughboy. I want you to imagine his little scarf. What color is the scarf? I swore it was blue, and it matched his eyes and his little hat, but it's actually always been white?
Yep.
Excuse me. What do you guys remember? Because this is hurting my brain.
I ain't even gonna lie, that little white scarf didn't even look right. Wait, it's like, what's the point of it being there if it's gonna be white like the rest of his body?
It's white because it was like a chef. It was blue, I think, early in the 90s, and then they changed it to white.
I mean, his chef hat's white, but that makes sense because chef hats are white. Maybe we confusing it with the Michelin Man. Did the Michelin Man have a scarf or something going on type of ordeal? Or was there some... Wait, hold on. Maybe there was another cartoon or something that depicted the Pillsbury Doughboy, but it had blue on a blue scarf. I gotta do some research. I'm gonna show y'all what I find. Hold on. So this is interesting. Straight off the Pillsbury Doughboy website. Pillsbury Doughboy with the blue scarf right here. Updated July 12th of 2024. So it does depict the blue scarf. As y'all can tell, there's also plenty of depictions of the Pillsbury Doughboy without his blue scarf. Interesting.
So I'm sitting here watching the Jim Carrey version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and I think I found a Mandela effect. Like, tell me I'm not alone. So it's the part where, here, I'll show you. So here, they say, I need this there, like, yesterday or something, and then he goes, heck of a rush, and stamps it. But I vividly remember the people fighting at the counter, and they're like, I need this there yesterday, Lou. I need this there today. I need this by tomorrow. And then he's like, okay, we'll do a heck of a rush. It was like a big scene. That's not there anymore. Was that ever there? Am I the only person who can remember this part of the Grinch? Somebody please help me.
Do y'all remember that? I feel like I know what she's talking about, but at the same time, I don't. Like, as much as I love that movie, I can probably write that off as being hands down my favorite Christmas movie of all time. At least in the top 5, for sure. But I feel like I vaguely remember that scene happening, but I haven't seen that movie in so long. I would need to go back and watch it to see if that was a scene that I felt was missing from the film. What do y'all remember? Comment down below.
Okay, I have a new Mandela effect for you guys. New Mandela effect alert. So in my timeline, the map was turning blue. Everybody was uniting. Things were moving forward. Kamala was having an uprising. Things were looking amazing. But in this new timeline, the map's red. The map was red. And yeah, that didn't happen in my timeline. So what about yours?
No, it's fake. Come on.
Duh.
What I was about to say was she want to be cool so bad over here trying to hop on the Mandela Effect train. Girl, if you don't get out of here.
We switched timelines. That's why all the Mandela effects have been happening.
And do you think of when you see these pizza rolls? Yeah, I'll give you a minute. Now, if you're from my timeline, you would have said Tostinos. It's Totino's. Where did the S go? And you guys know Jordan sneakers, right? The logo always had shorts. But supposedly it's always been pants? How does that even make sense?
Pause. I don't even understand how that's a Mandela effect. As long as Jordan shoes have been around and people have been staring at that freaking logo and companies have been trying to make fake replicas or fake pairs, fake versions of these shoes, how is it that people are just now realizing that this man has been wearing pants in that logo and not shorts?
Who plays ball in pants? And wasn't the Mississippi River the longest river in the U.S.? Yeah. Well, supposedly it's the Missouri River. And we all know the song, We Are the Champions. We all remember the ending of the song. He goes, we are the champions of the world. But that's not the ending lyrics. It just ends with, we are the champions.
Of the world, what?
I think I have a theory as to why at the end of We Are the Champions, we all believe that it ends with of the world. No. And that's because I believe, if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong, that there was a movie that used that song in their soundtrack. And at the end of the movie of that song, it had of the world in the lyrics. But I could be wrong. But as far as the Energizer battery, we're all right. And I have proof because some of you guys sent me in actual proof that that battery was once in that bunny's back. Let's look.
Oh, Mr. Energizer Bunny, out for a stroll.
There it goes, right there.
My matter desolidificator will put an end to your precious little source of power.
Pause. The battery is in the back, bitches. I told you.
Your hippity-hoppity days are over.
Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer battery. It keeps going.
What is thy bidding, my master?
There is a great disturbance in the force. It is better.
Bunny time!
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer battery. It keeps going and going. Energizer batteries keep going.
I'll fall asleep one time.
Deja, say goodbye to Pink Bunny.
And so Boris took aim at reducing the Energizer Bunny to one pink furball.
Still going.
Run!
Long-lasting Energizer batteries keep going.
Boris, darling, no more chase after moose and squirrel.
Right. He make more money getting small pink bunny.
And so they chased the Energizer Bunny all over town, which brings us to the corner of...
Say, what about us?
You're in the next episode.
Oh. Natasha, magnetic guns with full battery right out. Ah!
I think we stick with moose and squirrel.
Oh, boy.
Still going. Long-lasting Energizer batteries keep going and...
Maybe here it comes.
For freeing me, I shall grant thee 3 wishes.
It's an enormous one. I want to be adored by women.
You have one final wish. Use it wisely. Long life.
Still going. Long-lasting Energizer batteries keep going and going.
Energizer introduces the world's first on-battery tester. Just press the dots to make sure your battery will keep going and
I remember
going.
those.
With a battery like this, we don't really need a big-time celebrity.
I remember all of those commercials. And I remember when Energizer became my favorite battery, or my battery of choice, once they had that little thing and you could press it and you can see if your battery was still good. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. You know where those clips came from? Those clips came from an alternate universe, a one that we used to be a part of. Me, at least, I used to be a part of that universe because I remember all of that stuff.
Oh my God. Stick around for this one. People, this has blown my mind. So, there's no moon, right? And this is what I've been saying on my TikTok, and a lot of people in the comment section are agreeing. Like, oh yeah, there's no moon. I can't see it all around the world. Okay. So, one in particular person said, Google new moon. So I thought, well, I will. That has just opened up a massive, massive Mandela effect for me, I think. But I need you to confirm, because there's a new moon phase. It's called the new moon phase. And it's a phase where the moon, we can't see for up to 2 days. Is that normal, or am I in a different reality? Because in the reality I was from, there was no phase called the new moon. And it's called the new moon, people. Not only that, I went to ChatGPT because I couldn't believe it. And I Googled the new moon and what it was. And they're telling me it marks the beginning of the lunar cycle, which lasts 29.5 days. I thought we was in a 28-day cycle. What is going on? People, please, you've got to help me out. Have a look at this. In my reality, I'm pretty sure, look, I didn't go to school and I didn't listen that much, but I'm pretty sure there was a new moon phase. That weren't a thing. And there was not a thing where the moon disappeared every month for up to 2 days. Let me know.
See, I'm definitely gonna have to research that because I ain't heard a thing about no new moon phase, especially nothing about no moon disappearing for 2 days out of the month every month. What? Since when? Nah, I gotta do some research on my own because I don't know if I can believe that.
All right, just stop for one moment. So I know everybody's been talking about this Mandela effect, right? And I found an original Monopoly game. Okay. I was out live streaming at the thrift store on my live stream, and I took everybody out to see kind of where I go shopping and everything. And one of the people said, "Hey Chris, did you see that old school Monopoly game in the back?" And I was like, "No, I didn't." They said, "Well, dude, open that up and see if the Monopoly dude has a monocle." All right. Do you guys remember him having a monocle, or did he not have a monocle?
Yeah, one.
Well, check this out. Okay, so as you can see, this is a super old Monopoly game. Made in Canada. I'm not sure exactly how old this one is, but you can tell, bro, this thing is old. Let's open this up together and see if the Monopoly dude has a monocle or he doesn't. Okay. Wow, this thing is so old. I'm gonna have to... Is that who's supposed to have the monocle or what?
Yep. Clearly it's not going to be on any of that. Go back to the cards.
See what happens. So this one here, he doesn't have it.
Duh.
This one here,
no monocle.
He also doesn't have it.
No monocle. This is aggravating.
Yeah,
they did a good job. CERN did a fantastic job. When they freaking did what they didn't do a fantastic job. Let's be honest. They did not do a fantastic job. But still, they messed up. If this was CERN, because that's who we blaming it on. Look at these cards. He don't got a monocle on none of them. Why do we think and believe that this dude had a freaking monocle if he doesn't? It don't even look right. He does not look right without a monocle. It's the weirdest thing, man. I don't like this timeline. This is not where I belong. There's weird stuff happening here. The people strange. The women are different. Everything is just messed up here. And this guy talked too slow. I don't want to hear no more. This man was playing sleepy music. I was about to fall asleep on him, listening to him talk. Dang on.
Yeah, I appreciate it, y'all. Thanks for Afro Kicks for this video. Man, I know that guy had a monocle on his eye, man. Cause that's crazy. A lot of those Mandela effects, I remember too, bro. It just somehow you just can't show proof. But something's going on for sure. Yeah, something's going on for sure. But hey, come back, give this a thumbs up, share this on all social media platforms, hit that bell notification so whenever I upload or go live, you're there. And hope you come back. Peace.